And we're up. Welcome, everybody. Tonight we're going to pack up Ryan's 394 and maybe do a little bit of this and that, but mostly packing, a little bit of chat, and let's see here. What else? That's pretty much it. For those people that are watching later, kind of boring. For those people that are watching with, a whole lot more fun. Hope you get to join us live sometime if anybody's missing this. I'm going to bring up my video here so that I can actually see comments in real time. 5 people here already. Who's here? Brandon's here. Marshall's here. Steve, Brandon, and Marshall. Wonderful. Hey, guys. 7 people. So, yeah, I got to get this 394 packed. Ryan bought it. It's a nice piece. It's right here. Hey, Pat. One cool thing, and I'm going to do this on Junkyards. This is the 455 Rancher pull handle, and it's much more comfortable than the square ones. So I'm going to get a brand new clutch cover for that other one, or it's a brand new, well, that too, brand new starter cover, and put a 455 Rancher handle on it, OEM handle. Jonathan? Trapped in the car, road trip with the wife? Oh dear. Well, you can hang out with me anytime, Bob. How goes things, Pat? Everything good? So I've got, when I pack these saws, I like to pack the clutch covers kind of separate. And obviously we got nuts here too. So we got a box. You know what I need to do? I probably need to make sure the fluids are drained. Make sure the fluids are drained first. Not quite. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a nice piece. Ryan's getting quite the piece here. No question about it. For the money, oh, really hard to beat. Hey, Larry. Hey, Ken. Yeah, these style fuel caps are pretty nice. For oil, it almost doesn't matter, but fuel, yeah. So one thing that I do, don't forget to pull those out. Does not have to be tight. Oil too, let's see, I forget. That's pretty well clean. Okay. The dreaded tissue, yes, you do not want to forget these. I'd rather have the tissues soak up any liquids that are in there, and then we don't have an issue while shipping. You know what I mean? So that's pretty straightforward there. Yeah, Mega, this is definitely going to be a nice one. I think Ryan's really going to like it. Next thing's next. 2 garbage bags. There's one. So in case anybody's wondering, because it is a relevant thing, Matt, are you making any money? And the answer is probably not. Probably not. Because, let's put it like that. That saw there has enough in parts into it that if it blows up tomorrow, then you could probably part the darn thing out and still come out pretty darn close to flush. So, you know, willing to bet that that would be the case, you know? Alright, now I need some bubble wrap. Ooh, some right here. I have so much stinking stuff. Steelman, how's it going? Who else is here? Anybody show up that I didn't give a shout out to? He also wanted a full wrap kit with this, so he gets a full wrap kit. Which I happen to have sitting around and don't really need. Need to bumper that a little bit more. Okay. Extra piece of cardboard. Stick, shove that down somewhere. Just drop the rest of it. Alright, gotta fit this in there somewhere. I should have put these on the handle, shouldn't I? Or on the lugs. But because Matt built it, it's not going to... Well, we don't know. I ain't blown up plenty of saws. But this one is Mason checked, so it better not blow up. Alright, there are the nuts. Now how do we do clutch cover here? There we go. Perfect, right there. I'll stuff the rest of this thing and good. They played 20 questions. Okay. No. I haven't had that issue nothing liquid in here. Perishable, hazardous. Nope, there's nothing. That goes over there. That gets burnt probably. And yes, I'm using packing peanuts, but it's only because I have so much packing material. I've got to get rid of it somehow. Okay. One other thing we definitely don't want to forget. Stickers in the box. We definitely don't want to forget those. Put them in a little Farmer Tech box. And there we go. That's it. Ryan, I hope you're happy. Okay. I get a label on that. Be good to go. Yeah, I still haven't had an issue. So, with the exception of UPS once, and it was dripping. It was actually this saw, this 394 sitting down here, that I had that issue with. It was dripping, and I kind of learned my lesson on that. And they wouldn't even let me clean it up and go, because I went down to the place, to the actual UPS hub, and they wouldn't. I was like, hey, can I just clean this up and package it? They're like, no, you have to resend it. I'm like, okay. All right. All right. Do a little bit of cleanup here, because that was the one thing I really wanted to get out of the way. Yeah. So one of the things, if they smell bad, so that's why you have to get like the garbage bags that have the baking soda on them or whatever, the odor shield or blah blah blah. Well, and it started. I'm going to check the threads on this clutch. The other one didn't want to thread on exactly right on this darn thing. Just want to see. Yeah, that one goes on perfect. So... so no issue with that. All right. This is back to the 288. And for some silly reason, that clutch wouldn't thread on proper. Yeah, this will probably go Postal Service. like I said, I haven't had trouble, with the exception of the UPS box. Yeah, that thread's on fine. Impact here. Put this on. Uh-oh. Should be 19 millimeter. Okay, well. Oh, yeah. Well, we send our regards to James. We hope he's hanging in. That threaded on a whole lot better. So I'm gonna get the tap for these tomorrow and just run the tap in there. I'll bet that'll clean up and it'll cinch up fine. Yeah, I'm sure he appreciates the thoughts and prayers, guys. Okay, there's that. Put that down and off to the side. That gets rid of something. What's next? Keep cleaning. I know. Keep cleaning. Hey, Boneyard. Did I give you a shout out? Anybody here I didn't give a shout out to? Mega's here. Boneyard's here. Ryan says thank you. Wonderful. Hey, Brandon. Need my fish paper. shop vac for a second. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, that was a pretty clean 394. But not quite as clean as this one's going to be. It's close. It was close. It was nice. But it's not quite as clean as what we got coming here. My fish paper down here. Hey, Andrew. So, if you're looking for clean, we got it. But this one's already sold. Brandy, you got the set of crank bearings? Good. Now this is $394. I haven't sold the 288s yet, which is funny because the 288s are a really high demand saw. Everybody always seems to be looking for 288s. There's a bushing. Goes right here. I wish they made these just a little easier. So yeah, these are 395 cases. That goes there. So this is 394, but 395 cases. Not that the cases are that much different, but these are obviously very current. So we've got new rubber here. New rubber here. We also need new rubber there. Good thing. So I've pretty close to come to price this thing out. I think right around $1,000 in parts. So that's how much it's selling for. This thing is not going to be all OEM, but it's going to be darn close. And it's going to be minty fresh. So here are these rubber bumpers. I'm pretty sure this one goes here. And you just pull up. But let's put a little grease on them just to make it a little easier. Yeah, the short block that's pretty cool. And certainly they got it for the right price too, which is really, really good. You just take and you work up. See? Bumpers there. Don't put it in backwards. Done. I'm pretty sure we have one going here too. because I can look on this 394 and see. Sure looks like it. Okay. Nice. Thanks, Stanley. Welcome. Just wanted to work on this 394 here just a little bit. Wasn't going to do tons tonight. All kinds of goodies to put on here. All kinds. Brandon, I think you got to go OEM. Personally, on a saw like that, I tend to think you got to go OEM. Yeah, doing okay. Had a bit of a long day, but whatever. I think at this point, I think it's pretty darn close to ready to receive a tank. What else do I do? I think I'll put the AV mount here on. This one seems fine. Just want to see if there's any bolts in here that make sense to use. Took part of his chin off. Oh dear. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds rough. Yikes. Probably kickback. Yeah, it comes right back and takes your head off or into your neck, which means that you arteries in there. Bad. Justinus, did you ever put a no live? Yeah, most of the 350, most of the 350s have unlimited coils on them. The black ones are unlimited coils. Is it something I worry about? No, not usually. If I notice something's over revving, I shut it down. By the time I got to the hospital, bled out. Yeah, that not a surprise. That's terrible though. Oof, that's rough. Get this rubber bushing. Still needs to go in. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So let's go to the tank. Put this aside for a moment. And we'll look at the tank. Brandy new gas tank. Thanks, Ken, for posting the links. If anybody is interested in supporting the channel, one of the best ways to do it, please just click on the link for HL Supply. And if you end up buying anything from them, I get credit for sending you. I appreciate that. Cost you nothing. All you gotta do is click on the link, and then if you want something from HL Supply, please use the link. So this is a brandy new 394, 395 gas tank, and I forget. I think this, yeah, the whole thing comes out. So here's your tank vent, and this just sits right in there. This pivots, so I'll need to make sure to vent that up and in to the carb box there. Ooh, I need to get, I think I have some, but would be nice to have fresh and new side covers. I think I might have some. Bye. Yeah, Justin, just go click on the link now, because you'll definitely, it'll track you for like a month. Do you ever push into the 350s past the factory rev limit? Yeah, probably. Yeah, certainly, because they can certainly handle it. But I saw a guy on YouTube had 17 grand out of a 346 XP. It doesn't really, like, whatever RPM you're cooking on, no load is nearly irrelevant. It's whatever it is in the wood that's really what does the cutting, you know? Yeah, the whole issue of being out in the woods by yourself is an issue. Yeah, David Young's was hot. That's the sort of beat. Well, the thing, just this. Okay, so the thing is, like, a saw tunes where it tunes. So, you know, run it up. Still got to be four stroking at maximum RPM, but it's got to clean up when it goes in the wood. And as soon as you lift it, it should go right back to four stroking. You got to always be checking that. And I'm not the best guy to determine tune of a saw, but a saw tunes where it tunes. Mitch Weber has a great video on tuning. I've said this before. Mweba, MWEBA, I think is on YouTube, and he's got a great video on how to tune a chainsaw. So have a look there. All right, so let's do a fuel line here. Hang on. Now, I do have a special part here for the fuel line. I actually happen to have an OEM fuel filter for this particular one, and this one is the extra big one. So this one is part number 503 51 7101, and this is the larger fuel filter. So this is like a 3120 fuel filter, and really any of the larger saws probably should have them. The problem is they're not cheap. This is like $12 or something. I'm like, geez, it's a fuel filter for crying out loud. But if you want something to flow fuel, that'll do it. A little bit of grease on here, fuel line. This is steel fuel line. This is not Husky fuel line. I use steel fuel line. If you want to change it out, change it out. I'm boycotting. Come on. Pull the line through pretty good. Snip. Get a little bit of grease, just a touch of grease on the end there. Yep, suck through it, make sure it flows when it does. And then start pulling back. Too light for me. Now the thing about the steel fuel line is it's not quite as supple as the OEM Husky stuff. So it doesn't quite do the same. You might not quite get all the fuel out of the tank, but again, I'm boycotting the Husky line. Hey Mix. Hey Efren. Justin, do you want Mweba, Mitch Weber, MWEBA, and you want his tuning video on how to tune a chainsaw? That's why I don't do videos on how to tune a chainsaw. Somebody's already done it and they did a nice job. So alright, what else do we need here? So now, see this fuel cap's in pretty nice shape, so I'll use that. Does not need to be in tight. Do happen to have springs here. Again, more grease. Junkyard's here. Here you go. This is yours, buddy. Pray I don't break it. Actually, no, I'll just leave this over here. So, yeah, it's been a long day here, too. So what I'm doing here, we're just getting the tank ready to go. So this is a brand new OEM tank. I'm putting some used parts on it, but it doesn't really... This doesn't matter a hoot. Nobody's going to be able to tell that those aren't new. Weather moving in. Yeah. So what else do I need to do this? I really need a throttle cable. I can always put that in later. I'll put the throttle cable in later. No, I haven't tried the Flippy fuel cap. I've seen them, but I have not tried them personally. Let's see if I need a washer. I had a washer. Gotta get the overtime to pay for this. Yeah, this one's no question. This one's is commanding a high dollar. I don't know if this is the nicest one I've ever put together, but it's darn close. I have another one that I did. It's sitting out there in the shed that is probably almost as nice, if not as nice. So this definitely one of the nice things about the 394 cases. They're not nearly as much of a pain, or gas tanks. They're not nearly as much of a pain in the neck as the 372s. This just slides kind of like right in there. And don't even need lots of length on this. Oh, James made it. Great. Hey, Matt, let me know when I get my hands. I don't have those chainsaws for a good price. I don't know. Efren, what do you... can somebody translate that? Mass new build out of on a Ford. Yeah, it's pretty much... That's what we got going here, Ken. You're right. It's simple. It's on a Fordium. Hey, Dan. Hey, guys. Quick question. Can you tell me which way the bearing cap? Bearing cap. Oh, there's a there should be a notch on it that goes towards the intake. There's a narrow end that goes towards the intake. $372. You have one for sale, or I have one for sale? You're wondering if I have one for sale. $140 is still better than titanium. All right, let's put the screws in here for that part. Oh, if I have one for sale, what kind of 372 are you looking for, buddy? You and everybody else are looking for 372s. Wilmington Ditch Divers. Hey, Matt. Really, a new piston cylinder is important to check timing. Is it that important to check timing? No. No, you don't have to. Especially if you're putting together an OEM saw. If you have an OEM head on an OEM saw without any modifications, should go, you know? And you don't necessarily need to check timing unless you want to adjust it. You could make a lot of money on what? What could I make money on? Not saws. I'll tell you what. Definitely not chainsaws. Yeah, you only do timing if you need to. To James and the Fast family, we're pulling for you. We hope everything works out for you, buddy. This is a limiter screw right here. I could make him a lot of money. No, haven't. I'm pretty sure with complete saws that I've sold, I'm really not even convinced I've made money yet. I've been doing this for years. So don't look to me if you're looking for a business model. It's not. Efren, buddy, let's chat again on the phone, okay? If you want something, you're looking for something, you know, we can chat on the phone and talk, okay? What else I happen to have in here? That'll do just fine. Well, the trick is, you know, if you're not making money in saws, you better be making it somewhere else. Right, a break-even hobby is a win. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, Junker, I have met so many people, had so much fun, and met so many different people. It's just so incredibly cool to be hanging out with everybody. You know what I mean? Just super cool to be doing all that. Could use the adjuster here to really, like, the dog is kind of like the last thing you want to put on because you have to get the muffler on. So just so you know, Junkyard, I have a question. Yeah, you use saws to make money. That's right. It's a money-making tool. You just buy all OEM parts, no machining. Hey, Michael, this head was already machined for me. Most of the time, I do machining on heads, but this head already came already machined, ready to go. Wilmington, it depends on what you're doing. If you're having fun, then have fun with the highway stuff. If you're going to go out and make money with it, you might just want to slap OEM on there and go to town. The 660 MS60 going to rebuild. The 260, they're both high quality saws, probably deserve OEM. Not sure you can get a 262 XP OEM head anymore unless you buy used. The 660, you can probably get an OEM head. I use the aftermarket heads on my 660s and have, fun results, but it depends on what you're going to be doing with it. But going back to Michael's question, did that answer your question? I often do machining, and I do quite a bit of it, in fact. But on this particular build, I don't need to machine the cylinder because it was bought as a ported cylinder, and as it turns out, it fits like perfectly right off the bat. So. Where the guy used a 272 on a 372. I don't see the point. There would be such significant amount of machining done. There's no point in doing that. Yeah, James, this one's a cool grand. Oh yeah, I was just wondering, was thinking of buying a cheap saw and building it. Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of the hobby. You can, buy something inexpensive and do whatever you want to it. Sounds like a down payment. Yeah. Limited, pretty nice size of rough. Going to keep them for yourself. Questions? Yeah, that's a good. It's a good question. If you're fooling around, use the aftermarket stuff. What do I care? Um, if you're sending the saw out to be used by a tree service, you might want to go OEM. Gets you over halfway there. Actually, so sitting here, let's add this up just so people can see. This head by itself, not including the decomp, not including the AV mount, but the head by itself was $200. It came with a piston and rings, and it says 223 pounds. If we get 220 psi on this, even 200, I mean, it's going to be a significant build here. But that's $200 right there. New cases, right around $200. This tank by itself is usually in the 125 to 150 range if you can get it. That doesn't include the crank. A used crank on eBay, you'll run you $30 for an OEM crank, maybe more. So right here, you're looking at 400, 450, 550 right here, and you're not even close. But Junkyard, I did have to ask the question. I'm gonna give you a choice of two mufflers. I like the highway mufflers. You can use the regular standard highway replacement muffler on this. They're really nice. Or I've got the jungle one or whatever they want to call it. What I can do is weld a really nice big exhaust on there. Do you care? Do you want any anything specific there? Have a good night, Marshall. Andrew trying the 572. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, people like the 572. Matt, have you used the conversion kit on the 394? The one where you use the 394? Are they worth buying? It depends on what you like, Jesse. It kind of gets pricey either way. Brand new cases. Team Olson, yeah, okay, you're welcome. If you like what I do, all you got to do is click on the link that Ken put up to HL Supply. If you buy something from, I get credit. The other way to support the channel is to buy crank tools from me. If you're interested, you can shoot me an email, and Ken put up the links earlier. You're good either way. Well, yeah, if you want an open muffler, then I can open it up pretty open, and you can have noise. If you want something with a screen on it, then yeah, you're probably going to sacrifice a tiny bit of performance, but at least it has a screen. And so if you're logging with it, then you don't get harassed by the rangers. James, take care, buddy. We're pulling for you. There's something in some other foreign language that says hi. Hello. Ken, if you can post the link. Your name is Taiwan. Okay, wonderful. Welcome. Go loud. Okay, we'll make it loud. So I have an aftermarket muffler coming. I'll put a red 97 large deflector on it, and just so you know, I'm not an amazing MIG welder. It's gonna come not amazing, but it will definitely be loud and proud. Yeah, that's the link to HL Supply. If anybody is interested in anything, they can go to that link. I would appreciate it. All you got to do is click on the link in the description. Now, wait a minute. Okay, that's got to go. I have to ask, does anybody route the silly vent anywhere? Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of room here. Yeah, hard to beat $50. That's the thing. But then again, an OEM 346 XP kit is only just like 100. So you get the OEM kit's pretty darn nice. Yeah, I got to turn my MIG basically all the way down to weld on these mufflers because they're a little on the thin side. You made crankcase splitter tools. Wonderful. Great. Have you made the assembly tools yet? You can get it apart, but you can't put it back together. You're welcome to watch the videos and make your own tools. So yeah, am I going to get any further on this tonight? Probably not. Shucks. Got to go back out to the shed, get more parts. I've got to order at least another $400 in parts for this thing. So I got 500 sitting here, easy. I got to order at least another 400, maybe 500 bucks in parts, and pray that what else I've ordered kind of fills in. So maybe I'm losing money. Oh well, it's okay. Fine. Yeah, it's solid. I think it's the 030. Good Trendport one. Paid to Butch. Right. If you're new to porting, then definitely get the cheap ones. If you, frankly, this is the Warhawk head. This is a 660 Warhawk head, but or was the Warhawk head 346 XP quad port cylinders, quad closed port cylinders. They're even cheaper than $50. They work really well. I've got them on a saw right now. It works really good. So, if you're looking for cheap, I would do that because you can fiddle around with those all day long. 023 with Stargon. Yeah, I don't think I don't have the roller for 023. But I guess I could. Yeah, if I can find some. Yeah, the ones that I've seen, the couple that I've seen, are probably pretty good for the money. I tend to think on all aftermarket and on a lot of OEM heads, pretty much all aftermarket heads need machine work. They just do. So don't expect slap and go. Most OEM heads you can just slap on and go. So, 2 saws, highway top on 2 seasons, helper, no problems. Good. See, I tend to think the saws that I've used, I tend to think the top end specifically are less of a problem than anything else on the saw because there's so many other points of failure on a chainsaw, especially a freshly rebuilt one. There's so many other points of failure. I don't tend to think the top ends are what ultimately lets go, you know? Korea has no customers because of the coronavirus. Yikes. Yeah, there's all kinds of trouble with the darn virus. So let's see. We've got a new OEM flywheel going on here. We're going to have a new starter cover. We're going to have a new coil. Starter covers, the money in there, who knows? It's not cheap. The coil's like $75. Gonna have, oh shit, I forgot. I've got a brand new OEM carburetor. I'm trying to add all this stuff up. Yeah, Junkyard, you're getting a deal. I think we're gonna have like $1,200 in parts in this. You're getting the deal. Holy cow, that's okay. I just want to teach you guys. This stuff adds up fast, fast. Yeah, they've been TIG welding for over 35 years. Cool. I'm just getting into welding. I haven't done tons of it, so yeah, I know. I'm losing money. It's okay. Junkyard doesn't mind either. Shucks. So I'm beat. I need to go to bed. We all need to go to bed. So I'm gonna say goodnight, everybody. This is about as far as I'm gonna take this tonight. I will get stuff ordered up here pretty soon. Do your part with the build off. That'd be good. Hope this thing holds up. This is gonna go into the woods with Mason. Just so you know, he's gonna test it out for sure and make sure we're good to go. So, questions? Anything else? Yeah, Efren, let's talk. I'm off tomorrow, so if you need to give me a shout, give me a shout, okay? Figured out how to turn arc weld and TIG welder, also MIG weld, production work. Nice. Andrew, Pat, everybody, have a great night. Bob, made it home. Have a good evening, Maddie. Good evening to you, Bob, too. Efren, take care. 28 people watching. I'm working on a 394. We didn't even do that much. We're gonna make this nice. This is gonna be a really nice piece. Junkyard's gonna be happy and proud to own it, and I'm happy and proud to build it, losing money or not. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Everybody have a great night. Take care. Bye.